Well, as you can tell, there are many, many hot button issues, and they will continue being hot. This is mine. Mine is about nuclear power. Now, for a few years now, residents of Uyombo in Kilifi County have mounted a daring opposition to the government's plan to establish a nuclear power plant in that coastal tourist area. The government says that the plan is to establish a 500 billion Kenya shillings, 1,000 megawatts plant to address the country's energy issues, facilitate industrialization, and so on and so forth. The Nuclear Power Energy Agency, NUPER, planned to build a plant there, but public participation was hurried and kept quiet, with residents saying they weren't informed. They questioned why the government was rushing such a large project and ignoring all public concerns so quickly. So the residents of Uyombo organized themselves. They demonstrated in May last year. Even before the national demonstrations began, they were predictably tear-gassed, shot at, and injured by police. But they didn't stop there. They filed a lawsuit in which they wanted the whole nuclear issue to cease. They argued in court that the process had been rushed and was flagrantly illegal, and most importantly, that the public participation was clandestine. Now, these residents have been giving the country a masterclass on how to resist the state. Again, they didn't stop there. They went ahead and filed a petition with Parliament calling for an inquiry. The petition claimed locals had little to no information about the proposed nuclear power plant and the criteria for selecting preferred sites. Now, that petition raised very serious concerns regarding health, environment, tourism development in the event of a nuclear spill. They said the country was undertaking a high-risk venture without proper legal and disaster response measures in place. So Kenya has no capabilities for handling nuclear material or nuclear waste. The country has no legal regime for handling emergencies related to atomic power. And we certainly don't have expertise in handling radioactive material. These are very serious questions to which no one in government has attempted to respond. Instead, these last 2 weeks, the state has mustered some sort of a response. That response was to switch sides. Now, instead of Uyombo in Kilifi, we have taken the nuclear story to Siaya. I wonder why. But here's Raila Odinga, perhaps with an explanation.
There can be no doubt that diversifying our energy sources and maintaining a clean environment are critical to our development agenda as a nation. Part of the reason this country has not been able to generate and sustain well-paying jobs is the cost of energy. A number of nations, including here in Africa, have reached the decision that the use of nuclear energy to generate electricity is one of the cornerstones of sustainable development.
Well, so not really an explanation. But look, nuclear power plants are not child's play. The health concerns alone require meticulous and serious undertaking, whether you're in Uyombo or in Siaya.